Yeah, Cathy, I'm just going through one part of this. Hopefully you can understand it. Yeah, obviously first time looking at the swing or what have you. With this shot here, I just want to show you the yellow lines are basically where your stance is, and you'll note the line sort of like I guess for want of a better word, this line here, that line there. That one is showing where your actual feet are pointing towards at the start, okay, whereas this line here, um, which is where the the bat is lined up, where we normally pick center field. Okay, just to let you know that, just an idea. Um, so with this, I want to point out a couple of things to you as we're moving forward. I'll show you what I mean. The yellow lines are basically where the ball stands. You know, basically where you're at. The blue line around, sorry, the blue circle around your head is stationary. You have this blue line, white line there. That's your bat. This is your elbow, your other elbow, forearms, obviously, and forget about the other parts for a minute. What I want you to have a look at is moving forward. Your actual elbow. It seems you haven't got. It appears, but I've got a lot more studying to do, obviously. But it appears that you have a tendency to pull that back elbow up. See, your bat is basically vertical at this stage. Whether that's good or not is irrelevant. It's all about starting and finishing and triggering. So where it starts there, I just want to draw forward a little bit, and your immediate and keep an eye on this elbow here, right? Because I think what you'll see, let's get rid of that. What you'll see is and then we'll see in this red line here is where your bat is. We'll finish up for the next shot, okay? Not finish up, but that's where we'll go. So we'll just move this forward as we do. So you take a stride, okay? I'll stop there. We'll stop about there, okay? So you're taking a stride. Note with interest that your stride, which is a blue line there, is slightly off them two. You know what I mean? Like it's slightly outside. Where you were lining up this line here. Sorry, that's the blue one. I didn't mean that. That's pretty good. When you're lining up this yellow line there to go that way, okay, but you ended up, inside. I should say outside of that because you stepped out. So you're basically stepping out slightly that way. Okay, you've got a pretty good step, but I'm not sure whether that. In a game you follow these same rules, but we can only go on what you're whacking away now at the moment. And when I take further video during a game, I may be able to pick up some idiosyncrasies. Anyway, so moving along, stride was there. Your bat, so your bats basically come from nearly vertical, and it's come. Your first, I would say, trigger is a basic movement. That's fine, but that's not the issue. This here is where you've got your bat now. It's come down from that angle straight down. Or actually, I forget about that angle. It's come straight back that way. But instead of coming back in a way that you can get a right, it's actually coming a really steep, pulled down angle. That means that's happening because of the draw of this elbow here. So you've gone from this position, gone from this position here, which is where your elbow was, starting from, to straight down here. So basically, you seem to be pulling instead of like keeping your back half and your elbow that way. Okay, you seem to be dragging this straight down. Okay, so you're pulling it straight into your hip, or just above your hip or what have you. Is that making sense? I hope it's making sense. So this, I'll wheel it back. I'll go back. So you're there. That's your starting position, and automatically watch the elbow. I'll stop it there. So this here is right there, and you're dragging it straight down like that. Okay, it's not dissimilar to as your phrase, she has this issue that she's got some bloody problems with her step. It's not that, it's the way she pulls in. And I'll show you what happens with that. So as you come past, you swing, nice, not bad. And just here, I think, you're listen, it's being picky now, okay? But your bats now come from there up to that angle. It's now on an angle like just down here, okay? Because you're coming through the swing. Okay, so you're coming down, and you're coming down this way. It's actually sharper than that. You're down like that. So, and that is that. I'm not trying to fix your swing, but that's not so much about anything else other than drawing and dragging your elbow internal. Okay, so you're bringing it straight. You have your hands nice and high, and you bring up your left shoulder a little bit in, but you're actually pulling your hands straight down into your hip, just above. Which then your next part is your swing, which means your bat's coming from such a higher level. You're dragging it down, and you've got to bring your bat. You're bringing your bat all the way up here. Okay, just put on your handles, and now to there. There's a fair amount of room, and it's a lot of room for error. And I'm saying that respectfully so. It's error because anyone with a bit quicker pitcher or a slower pitcher even for that matter, and then you get one with a bit of movement, it can do your head in. So moving along, we just take a look. It's not bad. It's not really not bad, except for I'll show you the trajectory and what's happening. So it got really nice. So you just, for someone, listen, I criticise you for you not follow through and stuff like that. But for someone who and you're really trying, I see that you are, and you're really actually improving a hell of a lot on the game day, which is when we want to do it. But I'll tell you why, because these hips are you're actually stepping, you're transferring your weight. Look at that pivot. You pivot on your back ball of your toes or your foot. Your stride, as you can see, this blue line here. It's not too it's not too far away from where you're set up, which I'd be concerned if it was. This elbow here, this one just here is where I think there's a point of contact, or just beforehand. I think I did that to show you. Anyway, I think it's about there. And that's just nearly at the point of contact. Alright, it's without being a smart ass or anything like that. If you notice, have a look at the angle of your bat to begin with, which is let's change this over, which is there. Okay, but have a look at your bat. This is good. Have a look at your bat there, and have a look at your bat there. Okay, they seem to be. They're not. See the angle that they're on, and I'll show you like that. You know what I mean? Instead of this is where your bat starts from, like that. So once you hook your elbow in, it appears from my expertise. I know you're laughing right now. From my expertise, that you're it's not bad at all. You once you get it to here, but it's a matter of where you're starting, and I think sometimes your momentum from starting that high may cause you to fall over a little bit, and we'll see that later in a little bit on the video. Okay, so I'm trying to get to this quickly. So, and one last thing I'll do on this one is, two last things. Your head doesn't move at all, hardly at all. Okay, look at that, the point of contact. That's awesome, eh? Your head's moved, in the video it's moved 3 or 4 inches, but I'm sure it's a little bit more. And bearing in mind I'm taking it from behind, but that's awesome. So point of contact, green line. Have a look. If we're all going, and it's funny how and I'll tell you how this happens. I'll put this in. I'll put this in different color. I'll put this in. Where are we? Useful. Come on, where's all the colors? Okay, I'll put this into green. Okay. Here we go. What I'm thinking is happening. You're stepping. Sorry, you're starting up that way. You're stepping marginally, outside of that. Okay. So what happens is you tend to be, once you're stepping out, it means you're stretching for the ball. But being on a tee, the trajectory, the location of it. So it's easier to hit. but it's hard to stay down in that as well. So here we are. Your I'll tell you what's happening. So with this green line here, that ball, instead of going to centre field where it should be, because you know that's where we've set it up to be, it actually goes to centre left. Now there's a couple of reasons for that. Yeah, I'll tell you, it's not a bad swing. There's a couple of reasons for that, and I think it's a lot to do with it's a lot to do with the fact that you pull your body, you pull your elbow into your hip, and you use your upper torso and you drag. You seem to fall away here at the back. Again, it can be seen as we kind of follow through. And it's probably not the follow through. It's probably on the hip. So here we go. And on the point of the see how you pull. See, I don't know if you can see that. See that. I'll show you by using your head. See your head there, right? You're just triggering up. You're ready to go. And you've got your head now there. Okay. Now watch when you as we come through and contact, and bang, head's down, and you're pulling your. See how you're down and you crouch, and then just to the point of contact, your head should be perfectly still. But what you're doing is you're pulling your, like if you can imagine now, I'll change that to say white. Your head's now there, so that automatically pulls your posture. Automatically pulls it that way, if that makes any sense. When that happens, you pull your whole body towards that way. All right, and it's doing that. So what I want you to do is there we go. So these. What I want you to do is when you're so when you're down, going forward, when you're down, and you hit the fly ball, but that's not fine. When you're right about now, right? This is when you need. When I say stay down in a hip, this is when you need to be committed to driving your hips through, and you need to pivot on this, and you really need to turn your hips, okay? And it's about driving through the ball and not lifting your body up. I hope that makes sense, and I'll see it on the next video and see how we go, okay?